You will aid your brother in arranging this marriage for Gloria. You remain silent for some time, weighing your decision. The plan your brother has proposed sounds reasonable. In a new family, and with a noble title, Gloria will be able to put all the resentment about her fate behind her and be free of the limitations of the lowly estate. You let Stefan know that you are on his side. A broad smile lights up his face as he reclines in his chair. I knew you'd be sensible. Together we can certainly make it happen. But remember how stubborn Gloria is. An easy victory is not to be expected. Next morning, you invite Gloria to join you in the library for a private conversation. You inquire carefully about your sister's thoughts on marriage. If a nobleman of the sort were to wed her, she would join the noble estate and all the arts would be open to her. Gloria laughs in response. Become a noblewoman? In all of Anizoti, you'd never find a single nobleman of the sort who would ever marry a low-born girl like me. I don't even have a father. You mentioned Jose Pelatia. This spirited young gentleman would be willing to join Gloria in wedlock. Mariel Pelletier, Michael, you don't understand. Sure, he's easy on the eyes. He's a skilled warrior and respected nobleman, but he's been after me for a year now, and I've managed to figure out what he's after. He needs a wife to give birth to his heirs, follow him around obediently at social gatherings, and praise his chivalry. Can you see me in that role? Gloria falls silent for a moment, governing her thoughts. Besides, I don't even want to be a noble woman, okay? I can't just live peacefully within noble estate knowing that other commoners are still suffering. I can't just pretend their misery has nothing to do with me. Try to give her a taste of the benefits that the noble name brings, but your sister doesn't even want to hear you. This is all Stefan's idea, isn't it? You'd never throw me out of the house on your own, so hear this. It's not going to happen. Later you inform Stefan of your sister's refusal. His face turns to stone. Then great. I've almost come to an agreement with the old El Pilatier. All the pains we've taken to arrange her future, and this is how she repays us? Well, we'll proceed without consulting her. Brother, we need to devise a way to put pressure on Gloria, even if it takes us a long time. So now we're in a secret plot with him. The sun is setting on a cold, windy day as you return from the prefecture. To your surprise, a messenger awaits you at the door with an urgent letter from Sir Alborna. You open the letter. Brante, there is an urgent case that I must entrust to you. We have just received a report of a secret society formed by young nobles. The Archduke's family may be involved. This concerns me. I suspect a possible plot to depose Overseer Tempest. Normally, the Secret Chancellery handles all such cases, but I'd rather investigate the rumors of the plot before there is any action. Preventing unnecessary bloodshed and disgrace would be prudent. You are to investigate this matter as soon as possible. The gendarmes tracked down a suspicious nobleman by the name of Alexis Elance. Based on his confession, a meeting of the society will be held tonight. Unfortunately, this is all we were able to learn from him. The Elance family is of too high standing for more thorough questioning. Fortunately, all members of the secret society wear masks when attending meetings. We have acquired Elance's personal mask and will ensure that he is late to the meeting. You should be able to impersonate him quite easily. You are to attend the meeting tonight and learn as much as possible about the secret society. This will allow us to foil a dangerous plot or save many young people from the secret chancellery. The letter includes a delicate gilded mask of the intricate workmanship. Fortunately, it fits your face perfectly. It seems your plans for tonight have changed. Following the prefect's instructions, you come at the appointed hour to an inconspicuous mansion on the edge of Anisotti with spacious yard and a tall fence around it. The gatekeepers bow and open the gate as soon as they see you. It seems the mask is enough to convince them you belong inside. Inside the yard, you see noble carriages, many more than you had expected. You are ushered into a dressing room of sorts. A change of clothes already awaits you inside. It is a curious garb, a square of flowings, buckling cloth with clasps and cords to keep it from unwrapping. You have never seen anything like it. With this strange robe and the gilded mask over your normal clothes and face, you cannot help but feel rather silly. This attire feels positively unsuitable for any kind of plotting or scheming. Next, you proceed to a large room. The windows are covered in black cloth to keep prying eyes away, but you forget about it moments later. What seems to be a strange performance is playing out before your very eyes. You hear droning, unfamiliar music coming seemingly from nowhere. You see candlelight dancing and glimmering. Ribbons of gold and silver hung along the walls as decorations. And there are people, many people, like you. They are dressed in flowing robes and delicate gilded masks with narrow slits for eyes. The people are talking. They stand unexpectedly close to one another, their hands on each other's shoulders. You approach one of the groups, hoping to overhear the subject of their conversation, but you almost recoil when several arms reach one at once, attempting to grasp you tenderly by the shoulder. Steeling yourself, you put a hand on another person's forearm. The masked people seem friendly and genial. Genial. No one appears surprised by your insecurity. And their conversations are also quite out of the ordinary. You hear unfamiliar names that could belong to legendary heroes of old, or to the people here who have taken them as secret identities. You hear mentions of books you don't know, and emotions they felt while reading them. Their conversations feel like a strange dream. You hear several voices singing in a far-off corner of the room. There are no lyrics to the song. Each voice maintains its own note. Together, these voices form a tender, softly aching melody. It feels enrapturing. It spirits you away. You feel so distant now from the purpose of your visit, so withdrawn from the judge's trade, so far away from the empire and from your very self. A hand touches your shoulder, bringing you back to your senses. A pair of familiar eyes look at you intently from behind the glinting, greenish silver mask. They belong to Octavia. You pull back and bow to the Archduke's daughter. I believe I recognize the man behind this mask. I never expected to see you here today, my extraordinary human. But I must behave here. You'd best do the same. We are not alone. It would be best if we are not seen too close to one another. As for this place, Sir Brante, allow me to explain. This is my circle of lottery. And before you ask, no, we do not plot, nor we do scheme. We have removed ourselves as far as possible from such machinations. This place is a legal world of our own. a brief respite from tradition and noble customs and other such fuss. Our gathering is but a pretense, a game of make-believe. We pretend we are neither nobles nor citizens of the blessed empire, nor humans nor Arachnians, but the Latari. Do you know what this word means? I would not be surprised if you have never heard of the Latari. These days, the people of Latari are mentioned only in rare historical works. Long before us, in an age when this land was fertile and green, the Latari lived upon the land that would become Magra. They were masters of remarkable art. They could create worlds from nothing but their conscious minds. Many of these people come here for simple entertainment and a brief taste of freedom. Others seek a respite from the binding customs of the noble law. Still others feel encumbered by their blood ties and ancestral obligations. Only here are we fully free from the burden of our past and our present. Yet, some among us seek more than brief moments of freedom. They are drawn here by fascination with the La Tahri and their idea that our entire existence can be shaped by the mind alone. We strive to know the La Tahri people for ourselves. We strive to continue their teachings. We strive to become them. If we happen to master the art of shaping worlds from our own minds, we may yet break free of the trap that this is hard existence. Surprised by this, you ask her why she is telling you this so openly. She knows that the rituals of extinct races are held in the same regard as magic and punishable as such. In response to a question, Octavia suddenly takes off her golden mask and reveals a slight smile on her once hidden face. May your voice ne'er speak words of deceit. To great shame lies the path of untruth. Where an Arachnian lies, where a human denies, the Latari speak truly forsooth. I am not afraid. The truth of the Latari matters more to me than any persecution. You came here in secret and wearing a mask, which means the prefecture has taken an interest in my little gatherings. But I am confident you will describe this as an innocent club of young nobles and keep our fragile world from prying eyes and ears. Would you do this for me, Michael Brante? These words, spoken by Octavia, sound more like an assertion than a question, but you are in no hurry to respond. Your thoughts are tangled, lost among the echoing voices, fluid motions, and transcendent music. This gathering is in violation of the law. This you cannot deny. All rituals of extinct races were banned at the foundation of the empire. You may summon the gendarmes here at any moment. You need only give a sign to the driver, and when they get here, the circle of La Tahri will be gone in an instant. You will prove to the city that not even the most noble of its denizens are above the law. But Octavia will never forgive you. You could, on the other hand, keep the circle of La Paris a secret from Alborn and report this meeting as a harmless gathering of young nobles, looking for an opportunity to socialize. But if the secret chancellery ever takes interest in these meetings, you will be powerless. Someone has already reported Octavia's circle to the prefecture. There is a very good chance these reports will continue. Perhaps, if you tell Octavia of the danger she is facing, she will disband the circle herself. There is one more way you could resolve this predicament. With a piece of paper, some ink, and a bit of skill, the Circle of La Tahri could become a noble historical society, one of many dozen in Isotti alone. Legitimized by the city, Octavia's gatherings would remain a secret within this mansion. But do you have enough influence to make this possible? And would it be wise to expand it in this way? Say something, Michael. This is no time to be quiet. The great mystery of La Tahri is about to begin. And we have some options. So we cannot legitimize the circle because our diplomacy is not enough and we do not have patronage of the powerful. We can try to convince Octavia to disband the circle. Yeah, you insist that Octavia must disband the society for her own good. You can ban the circle of La Patrie. You summon the gendarmes to break up the circle of La Patrie. Or you can keep their secret. You promise Octavia to keep the circle of La Patrie a secret. So, what will you choose?